Yo, what is going on, you guys? So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys 5 best sports card investments under $100 at the moment. Now, before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, I have my Sports Card Invest membership program where I basically show you guys every single week 10 sports cards that I believe will go up, some sports cards I believe should be sold at the moment, and then 3 long-term underground NBA investments. Now, I just wanted to say, obviously the market is not as hot right now as it was before, but in terms of our program, we've been making more money than we've ever made, just because, it just requires a lot more research right now. I feel like a lot of the, classic Luka, Zion that were overprinted, those are starting to come down a little bit. Investors are getting smarter, but recently, we were buying these Randy Moss Topps Chrome PSA 10s for just $300 a few months ago, and currently they jumped to over $1,200. So we've been absolutely killing it despite, the market cooling down a little bit. We've been finding very undervalued cards, and as a program, obviously with my research, my team's research, we've been making an absolute killing. So if you guys would like to join in on some profit, if you need a little guidance, obviously, it can never hurt. Go ahead, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. Use code YouTube to get you 10% off. But yeah, really hope you guys, obviously I want to thank you guys so much, first of all, for 1,700 members. I want to thank you guys so much. Obviously, we've been making a killing lately, and 92% of monthly members are renewing the monthly or switching up to the yearly. So basically, almost everyone is making money here, and a few others who just decided to not do it anymore. But, obviously, we've been making a killing recently. We've been around making 3 times our money every 2 months. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to hop right into this video. Once again, use code YouTube for 10% off if you'd like to join the program. But the first card we have under $100 is Jimmy Butler's second-year Panini Prism. So obviously, as you guys know, Jimmy Butler and the Heat are kind of, upsetting the Bucks right now. And Jimmy Butler's 2012 Prism PSA 10s have jumped to over $1,000 in a PSA 10. So I definitely believe there's a lot of value in these, second-year Jimmy Butler Prisms. We've seen, obviously, first of all, the pop report on this is very low. 2013-14 Prism was not printed that much, and especially for second-year players, there's not many out there of this Jimmy Butler card, and I think it's a great buy. Obviously, as rookie cards get out of, investors' reach, because a lot of people don't have, $1,000 to spend on a PSA 10, they're going to go for second year, they're going to go for alternate, select and all that, but there's not many other options for Jimmy Butler's rookie cards. So I think people are going to really start to look for these second-year cards. I actually had this on my report, so a lot of these cards were from my weekly report that released to my I guess members, right, before this video. So yesterday it released to my monthly and yearly, and then 2 days ago it released to my premium yearly members. But this card is just an absolute steal at around $20, $25. I know on eBay right now, I think it's because of my weekly report, the prices have jumped a little bit higher, a lot of, higher recent sales. But I think if you look on Facebook groups, whatever else it is, there's many other platforms, ComC, you can probably find these around 15 to 20 bucks, and I think they're a great buy, honestly. As Jimmy Butler, I think honestly they have a great chance of making it out of the East, because they've practically already taken down the Bucks, just one more game, and then they're gonna have to face the Celtics or Raptors, which I believe they can take down either one. They have a good chance, I think, of taking down either one. So I think if they're in the finals, this card, is really gonna, go up a lot, because there's not many other options for Jimmy Butler's cards. And if you're trying to invest in Jimmy Butler and his rookie cards are out of reach, this is gonna be the go-to. And I think it's going to go up a lot, over time and just this playoff. So I definitely think it's a great buy. Second, we have Devonta Adams. Switching over to football for one pick. His Topps Chrome rookie card. Obviously, Devonta had an incredible season last year. I don't know why they're not showing any on eBay right now. Maybe we'll go to completed items. But I definitely recommend, checking Facebook groups and all for this card right here. I think it's a great buy. So here we go. We're going to try Topps pops. I'm not sure why there's none popping up. But yeah, this is the card I'm talking about, but in a base card, or refractor is still pretty good too. Here we go. So that's the Devonta Adams 2014 Topps Chrome. I think, obviously, as skill position players are going up a lot of the top receivers and running backs are going up, and I think Devonta Graham's right in that mix, right? I think he's one of the best receivers in the NFL, probably top 5 in my opinion. And, the NFL season's right around the corner, and with all these fantasy football players coming in, I see a lot of fantasy players who are drafting players, in their fantasy teams and then buying their cards to bet on them. And a lot of people who have Devonta Adams, sorry about that, on their fantasy team. I think, there's a lot of an influx in demand is what it is, which will cause these to rise, I believe. I believe you could have got these for roughly $2 to $3 a few days ago. I'm not sure why there's a little bit higher sales, but even Devonta Adams Prism is a great buy. I definitely think there's a lot of value in Devonta Adams for this coming season, and he's just dirt cheap. It's hard to lose. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, which is Bam Adebayo second-year Prism Silver. I think this is an absolutely great buy. Obviously, Bam is on the Heat. They have a good chance at making, the Eastern. They will probably make the Eastern Conference Finals and have a good chance in making the finals. Bam has a great future with Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn in Miami. And obviously, if his rookie cards are 400 plus in a PSA 10, and his second-year Prism Silvers are $15, I'm really looking at that and thinking that's a steal. Sorry, you guys, I did get interrupted, but as I was saying, I think it's definitely a big steal right here in Bam Adebayo's second-year cards. I think they should be, at least at the $40 to $50 mark in a Prism Silver, and I just think, they have a lot of room to grow, especially as Bam's rookies continue to go up in price. I think his second years have a lot of catching up to do, and hopefully that happens soon and we see a big increase in these cards. But even the base, if you can buy a lot of, 10 to 15 base cards, that's a great buy because, frankly, they shouldn't be this cheap. And as Bam continues to, grow his, name in the league, I think these cards have a good chance to really go up. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into Bam's next card, which is the same. Yeah, Bam Adebayo. We got his Optic rookie cards. So as you guys know, I mentioned his Prisms. They went up to around $400 for a PSA 10. Yet his Optics are literally sitting at $10 to $15 raw. I think that's a great deal. I think, Bam's... I think Optic in general has a lot of room to grow. I don't think the gap between Prism and Optic should be this much. And I think, their market could do some really big correcting in these next few days, or next few months, I guess. But yeah, as you guys can see, you can get these for $13 to $14 in an Optic for Bam Adebayo. I think that's a great investment. Definitely, I think I can see these really growing as Bam's, as Bam continues to do well. If they make the finals, I can see these being really hot. And I can definitely, see Bam's prices going up a lot in all his cards. But Optic in specific is, I just feel under the radar for him. So, yeah, without further ado, we're going to hop right into our last pick, which is Kobe White's Optic cards from this year. I think, they're just very, very undervalued. Kobe White showed us a lot in his rookie season. He showed a lot of potential, great scorer, and finally the Bulls fired their head coach from last season, who was not very good for, developing young players. So I think, with the new coach, with Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen, I think they all have a good chance in the East, especially because the East is a lot less competitive than the West. It's a lot easier to make noise in the East, and I think the Bulls could do it if Kobe White continues to develop. For just $5, you can get his Optic rookies. Hard to lose, very good deal, and I just think, there's a lot of room for money to be made on this Kobe White Optic card. But yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy. Once again, if you guys are interested in my Sports Card Invest membership group, click the link down below, sportscardsinvest.com. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.